everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. This is session 4 of our Navigating Grief During the Holiday pre-recorded broadcast. So thank you for those of you who are watching this video live, for those of you who will be catching the replay, and also thank you to all of you who share our videos. I really appreciate it. So let me know how you guys are doing. I miss you. I miss going on live and interacting with you live. Let me know how you are doing. How was your holiday? How was your Thanksgiving? How are you doing since Thanksgiving? So comment letting me know how your Thanksgiving was and how you are currently doing. So I'm Lena Lassiter. For those of you who do not know me, I have my master's in human services counseling with a concentration in crisis and trauma. I am an advanced grief recovery method specialist, director in corporate America, author and founder of Forever Healed. Forever Healed, we are a nonprofit, and what we do is we help those who are suffering from a loss of any kind. We want them to restore, we want them to recover, we want them to reclaim their lives. And how do we help them do that? We offer one-to-one grief recovery classes, we offer group classes, we can do them virtually or in person. We also go into corporate and we talk about the hidden costs of grief in the workplace. You would be surprised how much money employers lose as a result of grief in the workplace. We also do lunch and learns and seminars for churches. We are proud partners of the Richmond Police Department. We do work with their homicide support group, and we're also proud partners with the Richmond City Sheriff's Office. So we go in weekly and we conduct grief recovery classes for their residents. So thank you again for joining tonight. What we've been doing over the last couple of weeks is just giving recommendations on how to help you attend to your grief during the holidays. And we're also going to be talking about ways in which we can honor our loved ones and how we celebrate them for those who have died, right? How do we keep their memories alive and how do we celebrate them during the holidays? So we're going to be talking about that during the latter part of the month. But I also want you to share some ways in which you celebrate your loved ones during the holidays. I would love to hear those. Again, grief is unique and individual, right? Because we are unique, we are individual. Our relationships are unique and individual. What we value is unique and individual. So the way in which we grieve is going to be unique and individual. So again, we're going to come out here with just recommendations on how to help you attend to your own grief. So just gravitate to what speaks to you, right? And what may help someone else. And then again, we're going to share recommendations on how to just celebrate those who have passed. So happy to be here. We committed to doing this through the end of the year, and we're going to keep on doing this. So for those of you who have joined the first 3 videos, you understand that we have been talking about recommendations. We're talking about how the holiday seasons in and of itself can be stressful, right? Just the hustle and bustle of the holidays. And then when you add, losing something or someone on top of that, then it can magnify our emotions of grief. So how do we attend to that during the holidays? And what are some things that we actually grieve, during the holidays? Some people are grieving their health, right? They may not be in the best of health. Some people are grieving a strange relationship. Some people are grieving the loss of relationships. Some people are grieving the fact that they may be going through a divorce and they don't have their children with them this holiday season. There may be some who have lost their jobs. Some people have lost their homes. Some people have lost themselves. Some people are grieving the fact that they have adult children who won't, be around. And some people are grieving those who are no longer here, those who have died, right? They're lost due to a death. So as you can hear, we can grieve 100 plus, losses. Our emotions of grief can be triggered by 100 plus losses outside of, a death. So sometimes people don't even realize that, oh my gosh, I'm actually grieving. So I just always want to make sure that you understand that you can grieve, any type of loss, outside of a death, because grief is a change or end, right, in a familiar pattern or behavior. So that could be our health. That could be the adult children not being around, during the holidays. That could be, relationships that, are no longer healthy, right? So you start to grieve those things. So what do we do, and how do we navigate, through our waves of emotions, during the holiday season? Because it can be magnified, right, during the holiday, and especially the first year. And I say that, but it also can be beyond that, because some people will start grieving the fact that, oh my gosh, it's been a year, or it's been 2 years or 3 years, and I'm still grieving. But I want you to also understand that you can grieve milestones. So, for example, someone could have passed away 10 years ago, but then they would have been 50, right? And then you're going, oh my gosh, this would have been their milestone birthday. They would have been 50 years old. And you find yourself grieving again, and you go, well, why am I feeling like this? It's been 10 years ago. Well, this would have been a milestone birthday, for them. And they're not going to be here, physically, to celebrate. So you will absolutely grieve that. So I don't want to just say the first year, because I think people, then they start grieving the fact that, or they put these expectations on themselves that, well, I shouldn't be feeling this way because it's been, beyond a year. But it's okay, because sometimes you do grieve milestones. So I just want to recap a little bit. So the first recommendation that we talked about was setting reasonable expectations for yourself. So again, not feeling like you have to do everything. Sometimes we feel exhausted when we're grieving, and that's normal. So ask for help when you can. The second recommendation that we talked about was scheduling alone time. That it's okay to have some isolated time. It doesn't matter. It can be brief, isolated time. Doesn't matter the length of that time, but it's okay if you just need some time to just sit in your emotions, to sit in your feelings, right? To just acknowledge what you're feeling and to feel it, to just be. It's okay. And then we talked about expressing your needs, letting others know exactly what you need, how you need it, what you need, why you need it, because other people don't necessarily know what we need. And sometimes it can be frustrating when you're grieving and people say, "Well, just let me know, if you need me." And sometimes we feel like, well, you should know what I need, right? People know that I may need groceries, I may need my house cleaned, I may need the kids picked up, but sometimes people need specific instructions on what we need. So be very specific. What you need, how you need it, why you need it, when you need it. And then, make sure that you're going to someone who can actually fulfill that need. And I also share that if we're on the receiving end of that, right, when someone is telling us what they need, make sure we act on it. Don't tell people, hey, let me know what you need. I'm here, and then we don't be here. So let's make sure that we follow through when someone is expressing what they need. And then what I want to talk about today is sometimes you don't feel like celebrating. You just don't feel like it. After a death, especially, you can just, you know what, I'm just not feeling the holidays right now. And I don't really feel like celebrating. And what I said last week was that we could just scrap traditions, and that it's okay if you don't feel like celebrating. If you don't feel like celebrating, here's what I tell you to do: volunteer, or just have a regular day. Because people will tell you, well, you shouldn't feel like that. You need to. No one can tell you how you feel. No one can tell you how you should grieve. No one, can put a time limit on your grief. And no one can tell you that you shouldn't feel a certain way. Oh, you should never want to, not want to celebrate. It's, again, unique and individual. So nobody can tell you how you should or should not feel. So if you do not feel like celebrating, don't. Give your permission to say, you know what? I'm just going to volunteer, or I'm going to have a regular day. So, Lena, if I volunteer, what are some things that I can do? Well, you can donate to a nonprofit like Meals on Wheels, or, they have Toys for Tots, just to kind of spread some joy, right, to those who may not be as fortunate as you are. And then food banks. They always welcome volunteers. And sometimes they even have some virtual opportunities that you can do to help. Sometimes it's just good to get in your car and drive, so you could be driving meals to some seniors, or to individuals who need it, right? Or driving, for the food bank. Also, the local animal shelters, they always need supplies. And again, you can pick up things online, right? Or participate there in person to kind of help the local animal shelter. What about the military members who are deployed and they're not home for the holidays, and they're probably grieving as well. There are many organizations that you can volunteer to help those members in the military. Like, you can write letters to them. I know there are programs offered, like I think it's called Operation Gratitude, or Soldiers Angels, right? You can support those in the military and their families. And just look for drives in your local area that collect handwritten holiday cards to send over to our troops. So those are some meaningful ways that that you can still give back. You can provide joy, to others, and their families, even if you don't feel like the traditional way that you and your family may have celebrated. So I just want you to know that that's okay, and that's normal, and don't allow someone to dictate how you should or should not feel. So we're going to set reasonable expectations. We're going to schedule alone time if we need that. We're going to express our needs because others may not know what we need, and we're going to volunteer or have a regular day if we don't feel like celebrating. So again, these are short videos with some recommendations to help you navigate your grief through the holidays. We're going to be posting these videos a couple times a week through the end of the year. Also, if you have questions, about your own grief as you are navigating through your grief journey, I want you to send me a direct message like you guys have been doing. I want you also to continue to share your personal testimonies on how you have navigated through your grief journey, things that have helped you, and ways in which you also celebrate your loved ones. So we can share those with those of you who are watching the videos. And you never know, one of your questions may be actually aired on one of our pre-recorded videos. Also, wouldn't it be cool to have one of you come and join me one night and pre-record you asking your question or sharing your testimony? I would love to have that if one of you are bold enough to join me. If you are also feeling stuck in your grief journey, I want you to reach out to us at www.foreverheal.com. It's there on your screen, and we can schedule a free consultation for you and kind of talk through what you are going through and how we may be able to help you. And if we can't help you, guess what? We will find someone else who can. There are also a lot of grief support groups during the holidays. So check your local area and to see if they have some grief support groups, because some of them are also virtual. So thank you again for joining. I hope that you are enjoying all of the recommendation, the videos on helping you to attend to your grief. I think we have a few more videos to go to help you attend to your grief. And then we're going to start our session on ways in which we can honor and celebrate and remember, our loved ones. So I can't wait to hear your testimonies and your stories about your loved ones and how you honor their memories during the holiday. So again, reach out to us at foreverheal.com should you have any questions. And if you have a personal question, drop it in the chat or send me a direct message. And as I have been doing over the past couple of weeks, I'll make sure that I directly reach out to you and respond to your question. And again, if I feel like your question will help others, your testimony, listen, your testimonies aren't just for you. They're to help other people. And if I feel that your testimony can help someone else, and I will actually share that on one of our pre-recorded videos as well. Thank all of you again for joining. Please share this video if you feel that it will help someone else. We appreciate all of your support. We love you. Have a great holiday. Stay safe. Walk in your healing. Walk in your victory. And know that we are here. I want you guys to have a peaceful day, peaceful rest tonight. And we'll see you during the next pre-recorded video. Take care.